Today we're going to talk about tools for parenting in 3 minutes or less. My name is Joshua.
I am Lucas.
And I'm Eric.
Eric and Lucas are licensed professional counselors, and this comes from a course on our website that can be found at empoweringchoices.community or by searching in the App Store for Empowering Choices Parenting. And there's a lot of tools. And so we were just looking tons and tons of tools. So maybe what's the concept here?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's 13 headers with like 20 tools listed, and then I know there's other tools listed throughout the manual.
So I'm visual, and I put things in visual ways. They help me to be able to learn, and throughout my career, I have kind of had different techniques or interventions or tools, and I really put them down to the carpentry tools, that you find in the wood shop. And
Is a socket set a carpentry tool?
Yep.
I always think of it as a mechanics tool.
Yep.
But
It's kind of a versatile one. It can go carpentry. It can go automotive.
it can go into children.
Yeah, it just depends on what it is you're doing and what you want to do and how you want to go with that.
The socket set's the metaphor that shows up in this chapter.
There's quite a few that are kind of in the socket set department.
And I guess part of the main thing here is when you think about different kids and their personalities and all the different things that you're working on, in the same way that you probably don't use all your tools anytime you go to repair something. Same thing with kids. You don't need all the tools, but you kind of have to be aware of them all to know which tools you need for this particular situation.
And having the right tool for the job, I mean, I'm sure there's a phrase about that, is super useful. Right? You can use a screwdriver like a hammer, but it just doesn't work as well.
Right. And I've tried that.
Yes. Yeah. You can use a multi-tool like a hammer, but it doesn't work as well. So if you actually have a hammer or the correct sized socket, things move more smoothly.
Right.
Yeah. And so there's tools in here around, like, I remember there's like the whisper socket and the repetition socket. And the ones that I'm thinking of are like various ways to adjust your approach, in that, like, you're maybe trying to just say the same thing, but you're like, I could try it this way, or I could try it that way, or I could go about it this way. And it may connect to your child in a uniquely different way, depending on your child's temperament, depending on a lot of things.
In the manual, we try to set it up to where you're learning more and more about the human being, as well as the child versus the adult, as you're moving through the manual. So a kid's thinking is primarily emotional based. They're going to be going after what they want because they want it, and that's it. They want it. And so they're going to challenge your authority, and they're going to offer up the opportunity for you to get in power struggles with them. The tools are there to help you from a primary logical based thinking to be able to sidestep and parry those different power struggles. It doesn't mean that power struggles are bad or shouldn't happen. Some of them have to happen, but if you can minimize them and only really fight the ones that need to happen, that is so much better on your relationship and your family.
I think you've said it, and I think it's somewhere in the manual around, like, if there's a power struggle, decide if you're going to engage in it. And if you decide, actively choosing, if you're going to engage in it, decide to win. Because that would be the approach to them. Because, there's absolutely things you're going to get in power struggles with your child about, like, I'm not going to brush my teeth tonight. Like, okay, well, that's a power struggle. Like, that's going to end in one way or another.
So you can learn about all the tools, which we've just barely scratched the surface in this short video about. But you can learn about all of them by visiting our website at empoweringchoices.community or downloading our app by searching Empowering Choices Parenting in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. We'll see you on the next episode.